Hey guys, J19 brought you another video, and today we're going to discuss some details of Resident Evil 9 remake, or not remake, excuse me, Requiem. I keep saying remake because I've been talking about RE4 remake for a while. But Resident Evil Requiem just got a bunch of information, impressions. I watched like I think a couple of them so far. I'm about ready to watch some more. I want to see what people's thoughts are after just seeing the impressions of the 15, I think it's like a 15-minute showcase behind closed doors, but some rare individuals got a chance to actually play the game. And more on that, I'll talk about a couple people I listened to talk about watching it, and then one person I know that played the game, played the demo, and his understanding of it, and some details about the game as a whole. I'm just going to show you guys the trailer in the background because that's all we pretty much got. We got some screenshots. I posted on my Twitter account, but anyways, with that said, let's get right into it. If you guys want more Resident Evil 9 Requiem, feel free to like, subscribe, hit the bell notification, stay notified when we get more Resident Evil Requiem RE9 reviews, trailer reactions, and whatnot. Feel free to do all that. Thank you guys so much for the love and support as always. And with that said, let's get right into this juicy bit. So anyways, the demo was pretty much like you saw in this trailer, where Grace wakes up in a hospital. She's like confined to a hospital bed. She's got like something hooked up to her arm. It's sucking out blood out of her. Like they're trying to get. I don't know how that ended up being. It's just what the demo picks up. The demo's not an uncut version. They do cut into different action sequences, different parts of the game. But it's the same level. It's the same, might say, couple rooms. What they basically do is that they see her, she wrestles out of the bed, but she's able to like grab, once she falls over, she grabs the beacon that had her blood in it. She grabs the part that's the sharpest edge, and she cuts the belts off, right? The constraints. So she cuts that off, and then she's able to, after the cutscene's over, you're right in the gameplay. The gameplay starts in first person mode, which a lot of people I know don't want to play a Resident Evil game in first person. They often get motion sickness. I don't, it sucks that people have to deal with that, but yeah, the game starts off in first person. Anyways, the way it goes is she searches around the room. They have, somebody that's probably previously recorded. A Capcom dev was playing it or something like that. But they showed a 15-minute clip of her just searching around the room. Then she exits the room, and it's like a T pose type of a hallway, and she can go right, or she can go down the hallway or something like that. So anyways, it picks up where she's searching for items and stuff like that. She needs to find she finds a bottle. She finds an empty bottle, and apparently, according to what people witnessed, she's able to use that as a weapon to like throw it. I don't know if she can swipe at the enemy, but she can throw it to distract the monster or enemies, whatever, right? So she's got that. Then she goes to this clinic consultation room where a doctor takes his patient in. They have like a private conversation. Well, she goes in there, she notices a hole in the ceiling. Just before that, she notices a hole in the ceiling. She's wondering what's going on with that? Like, why is that there? Like, what made that, right? Then she goes in that room. She makes her way in that consultation room, wherever, and she finds some stuff she needs. She needs to find a screwdriver for. There's a puzzle in this whole section. She needs a screwdriver to apparently unlock something. The use a screwdriver to get another item and stuff like that. You gotta collect a bunch of items to complete the puzzle. But by being in that room, she opens up a closet door, and a body, a carcass comes out. A decomposing doctor comes flying out of there, and he's dead. He's decomposed. Looks like he's been munched on by something, some wild creature. And during the cutscene, sees it fall on the floor, and then all of a sudden, this big, ugly, stalker-looking enemy. It's a hunched over almost like a zombie. Right at the end of this trailer, you'll see like just like a teeth with a little like lower half of the face. That is the creature we're gonna be being stalked by in this section of the game. And anyways, she sees it, she freaks out, and the monster is not really like the stalker creature is not really like aggressive towards her at the start. So she runs away, and then you're back in gameplay where you got the item you need. There is a toolbox or something that she needs to grab. I guess she needs to grab she needs to find the circuit breaker. And apparently to find a circuit breaker, she needs a screwdriver, and it's from this toolbox that's on top of the shelf. So being so short, she has to climb up and grab that. And of course, by doing all that, the creature shows up. The creature makes another appearance, so it gets in her way. So what this creature does from a playable demo that somebody got to play is straightforward and had no cuts or anything like that. It was like about 30 minutes to 40 minutes long. Depends how fast you get through the section. What they allow you to play. Anyways, she sees the creature. The creature gets more aggressive, right? Gets aggressive towards her. So now she becomes that creature becomes a stalker and stalks her around. But it doesn't just follow you around in the path and the corridors. No, the creature goes up right there. That's the creature. You see the bottom like rah, it's like roaring at you or growling. Anyways, the creature, the hole in the ceiling, she sees another one in the consultation room. That's the one that comes down. What they do is they go up, and then they stalks you through like the walls, the ventilation system, and you can hear this thing. Apparently, you can hear this thing like roaring in the background, just like creepily stalking you while you're trying to get the items you need to complete this puzzle. And you hear paddles of rain outside. It's like dusk. It's like dark outside, I think. So you hear it's like rain outside, weather and stuff like that. So you hear that. You hear, it's a very atmospheric feeling. And you just hear this thing just stalking you, and it's really super creepy. That's why a lot of people are freaking out in the little teaser reaction thing they posted last night. So that's what they saw. And anyways, so it's like 15 minutes long. And anyways, the demo ends is where she finds like the part she needs, and she's able to turn the power back on with the fuse, right? And then she sees this thing, she gets all freaked out, and she runs towards the end where it opens up to another area. You don't get to see that part, and then it cuts off. That's the end of the demo part. However, that's not all. What I watched the other demo impressions by Maximilian Dude. So shout out to Maximilian Dude. Him, I think GameSpot, Eurogamer, just a select few had the privilege to go behind the scenes again and actually play that same demo. Now, from Maximilian's standpoint, as far as I got for hands-on impressions, is he wasn't quite sold on, right? It felt more like an RE7 type feel. So a lot of details we get here is from him, is from like Residents of Evil, so shout out to them too. They had a guy on there. He talked about how, they showed the menu a little bit. Apparently the menu system is going to be like Resident Evil 2, Resident Evil 3. It definitely feels like a Resident Evil 7 from like the demo that they got to witness. But playing it, this is where it gets really interesting, because it's starting to explain how the stalker is very terrifying. You just hear this thing crawling through the walls, and it's like stalking you. And I haven't played this game, but Max said it reminded him of Alien Isolation. So if you know what that game's about, that's what Resident Evil 9, that part of the game was, the demo was about. And Max says something about how he was playing the game and the atmosphere just like overtook him. He also said that there's like a lot of like jump scares and freak outs that happens throughout, and it scared him. Like there's a couple of instances where he got scared. It's like, whoa, like that's holy crap, like what the hell's just happened? And like you hear like the lightning just go the big thunder. You see like a flash of lightning outside, and it's like really super atmospheric. It's really super scary, and it's not open areas. Like I said, it's the corridors. You're in a hospital, abandoned hospital. You're trying to find your way out of this thing, and everywhere he went, like the creature was there. The creature was stopping him from proceeding. Yeah, it's like a puzzle within a puzzle. He had to like figure out how in the hell do I get away from this thing. And apparently, the safe room for that area is the part you wake up in. The hospital room where she was on that gurney, that bed, whatever you want to call it. That's like the safe zone. It resets the area. It's kind of like when Mr. X or Nemesis chased you. You go in like the safe room. That's what happens. It resets the monster. The monster's in a different spot, and you're able to continue on. But like, still, it's like you don't know. Like, it's just got a lot of jump scares. It's a really horrifying game. I think Eurogamer even said that they think they heard somebody. They think somebody heard them next door screaming because it was so horrifying. So it's definitely got a Resident Evil 7 vibe. It's definitely in first person. But here's the good news. This is the good news for all you guys who wants the third person perspective. Yes, the game is recommended in the settings. They showed off the settings a little bit. They show off like the menu, which is RE2, RE3. When you go to settings, and apparently the settings pauses the game like regular Resident Evil games. But here's the deal. You go to settings, you go to like options like camera and stuff like that. And apparently it does say first person is recommended, but you can choose to swap over to third person. So those of you guys who want to play this game in first person or third person, you got choices. Here's the cool thing. When you choose third person, you exit out the setting, the camera will pull back, and you just see Grace. You see her standing there. Some say it's kind of like Resident Evil 8's third person, where it's kind of off to the left a little bit, and you see your full character. Some people think it's how Resident Evil 2 and 3 remake's going to be, and possibly 4, where it's just over that classic over-the-shoulder camera, right? But who knows, right? We haven't really seen a whole lot of the third person yet. We just see screenshots, right? I posted on my Twitter. I might set up a Discord channel for Resident Evil Requiem and start posting the screenshots there and talk more about this game, because this is a lot here. It's really super exciting. They're gonna have another gameplay demo type thing for people to play at Gamescom. Lucky for them. This seems like it's gonna be a more horror aspects of the game. They did. I saw reports from like the leaks from like last night and this morning, especially this morning. They started leaking stuff like the screenshots and stuff like that. But apparently, there's going to be a second playable character that many fans will come to know or come to like love. Who they, it's like an old cast. They're going to be back apparently as a playable character. I'm still waiting for a really big confirmation from Capcom themselves, especially the director that did RE7. But right now, Grace is the main protagonist. We're not getting it's not like a fake out where Grace, she starts off as a protagonist and it's like we get to play as Leon or Chris or Joe for the rest of the game. It's not like that. Grace is the main protagonist. She is the main focus. But there is a secondary playable character. It could be like Resident Evil 8, where you play as Ethan, then you play as Chris Redfield for parts of the game for Resident Evil Village, right? So, anyways, this is pretty cool. I think this is pretty nuts. Getting to choose third or first person is huge. I might do third person. I might do first. I'm not sure. I hope they release a demo this fall that way we can all play it. I think I might just get this game on PC and stream it for you guys. I'm not big on horror, especially like Resident Evil 7 style, but I still plan on wanting to play it, right? I'm still hyped for the game. I can't wait for it, like especially when we get to choose like third or first person. It sounds like so far it's mostly just a bunch of jump scares, bunch of like stuff going on, and it's just you got that stalker so far, right? There's more to the story, more to the game. I'm sure we're gonna get a lot more information coming soon. We still got like Gamescom coming out, like I said. The gameplay, playable demo. I mean, we'll probably have more information then. I'm sure they're going to probably have a second trailer there, because this is their most anticipated game. I mean, they got Onimusha, Way of the Sword impressions. Max also stated that he also played Pragmata too, so I mean, we got impressions coming. I mean, I think Onimusha is out right now, so I'm gonna probably do that this weekend. But my main focus right now is Resident Evil 9 Requiem. I am just so excited about this game. Definitely sounds very scary, very horrifying. It's like RE7 where you gotta find different stuff, like different items you can use, like a bottle. You can throw the, apparently Max says you can throw the bottle and like distract the stalker while you're trying to run to the exit. So there's that, right? So that's what we got so far. That's all from like the couple impressions, screenshots. Look very good. Oh, by the way, this demo that they showed off was played on the PlayStation 5 Pro. So they want to show this game off on the baddest, like the most powerful console ever made, and the PS5 Pro was that console of choice. And a lot of people, some people said that the ray tracing was like very well shown off, and the visuals in that demo was very, very stunning. It's probably the most like stunning RE game to date, and people are excited about it, as far as I know. Like, as far as I can see, a lot of people have a lot more questions and answers. They can't wait to play this game again. They're excited for. I know Max wasn't completely sold on watching it. You can see from his reaction, he's sitting in the front row. He's kind of just sitting there just watching. But it's like, oh, it's just RE7 2.0. But as he played it, he got a better understanding of how the game's gonna work, especially that part, and he's sold on it. He's more excited about the game. Me, I'm excited. I'm excited overall. This has been super fun. Hopefully get some more information soon so I drop more videos for you guys. Let me know what you guys think. What you guys think of the options for third and first person? What you guys think about the Stalker demo that we all got to hear about? You guys excited about it? Hopefully you guys get the demo soon, right? What you guys think about the Stalker itself? What you guys think about the way the sequences are, about Grace being the main protagonist? I'd like to know what you guys think in the comment section below. I'm super excited. Like I said, I can't wait for more, right? I want more juiciness, and I can't wait to talk more about this game, and hopefully get a demo for ourselves in the coming months, and love to play that on the channel for you guys. So what I said, hope you guys have a wonderful day, wonderful night. Keep on keeping on. Let me know again how you guys feel about everything about Resident Evil 9. I would love to talk about it in the comment section below. If you guys want more Resident Evil 9 on this channel, feel free to like, subscribe, share with a friend. It helps the channel grow a ton as we approach the 500 subscriber mark, and then on my way to my first 1,000 subscriber mark goal. And I can't do this without you guys, and I appreciate you guys a ton. And with that said, I'll talk to you guys in the next one. Take care.